So Adam, 2-1 defeat, just what are your thoughts on the game?
Obviously disappointed that we've lost the game, considering that we'd got ourselves in front. I don't know how long, 17 minutes was it left, and then obviously you 1-0 up and you've got to at least be taking a point from the game, and for us to be leaving here with nothing is just incredibly disappointing and just frustrated really with probably the performance in that last 20 minutes of the game. Felt we invited it, you could feel it coming, and probably in the end, if we're being honest, I think Truro they definitely deserved something out of the game, and you could argue that they did deserve to win the game. So look, we've got to take our medicine today, I'm afraid, and it's obviously bitterly disappointing.
The balance of the play, obviously in the first half, probably had the majority of the defending to do, but did what we needed to do well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're an awkward team. They've pushed some of the best teams in the league very close here at home, and I said in a couple of interviews that I've had leading into this game that it's going to be a difficult game, and they were unfortunate in the last game away at Woking that they drew. I know they had the disappointment midweek of getting beaten in the cup replay, but they work hard and they keep going and they put it on you, and they've got the long throw. They put it in the box at pretty much every opportunity. Which listen, if you've got players that are able to throw the ball into a team 6-yard box, then you utilise it. So every credit to them for that. But when we've got ourselves in that position where we're 1-0 up, I'd like to feel the thing that we've got more about us than what we showed later on in the game, and that's probably my frustration really and disappointment. That we've, even when they pegged us back and it goes to 1-1, you think let's just get a point. It's not a bad point coming all the way down here, but to go and get nothing out of the game is just frustrating.
Yeah, and obviously for our goal, good to see us capitalising on a defensive mistake as well.
Yeah, well, I think we forced it. I didn't actually see it in full, if I'm being honest, because I was speaking to one of the lads who we were going to bring on. But yeah, I think a decent press, and Will's obviously slotted it away, and he was really unlucky in the first half there. Keeper made a great save down low. So yeah, obviously good goal for him. Another goal for him keeps his little run of form going. Unfortunately, it's not resulting in us going home with any points today.
It's obviously the 2 goals we conceded late on, obviously disappointing, but obviously you can see from a corner and then a late counter-attack as well, especially disappointing. Incredibly
disappointing, yeah. I think, look, Sean's held his hand up there and his man's just got in round the back. I thought he was brilliant today, and it's just sods all that he's lost his man. And to be honest, we did feel that if they were going to cause us them problems, it was probably going to be set plays, long throws, just percentages really. The number of times they try and put the ball in your box. If you let them do it often enough, eventually they're going to get their head on things, and obviously they have done for the corner. And the second goal's a joke, really, from our perspective. That's the one that really hurts me, if I'm being honest. We've got comfortable possession, we put the ball off the pitch, and then from there it's just a shambles. I mean, the ball breaks, probably a lack of either anticipation or communication between a couple of our lads. The players are pretty adamant that the lad's offside when he gets pushed in on the outside. You'll have to watch that back. But even still, look, the ball should never have got into that situation, and we can only blame ourselves. In games like this, you have to stay focused for 95, 96 minutes, and if you don't, you get punished, and that's what we've been today.
It's possibly on another day, maybe could have conceded 1 or 2 and more had Sam Johnson not made a few excellent saves.
Yeah, well, listen, sometimes when you've been in football long enough, you just feel the way that the game's going, and you could feel that it was on the brink of turning, and within that little spell where we maintained our lead, Sam's made 2 great saves. Really has made 2 great saves to keep it 1-0. But then, obviously they've gone and equalised from the corner, and all the momentum's then with them. And from that point, we've got to be a little bit more streetwise and not lose the game. Get something out of the game, and to go and lose it, it's a bitter blow.
Of course, obviously credit to the travelling town fans, over 100 making this long journey down today.
Yeah, they were magnificent. But the support we've had on the road in particular has been superb. This is a long way to come, and times are tough for people at the minute. So for that many fans to come down here and support the team is magnificent effort. Just disappointed with obviously our performance today and the result. But what I'll probably end on is we've been in fantastic form. We've been in great form. The players have been superb. I think lost 1 in 12 or 13 coming into today. And obviously I'd had 6 wins in a row. That ain't going to happen forever. Do you know what I mean? And you can deal with losing games of football because you understand that that's just part and parcel of the game. But it's the way in which you lose is probably what hurts you the most. And I feel like the way that we've lost that game today, we should all be disappointed that our run's come to an end. A lot of it through our own doing, really. But credit to Truro, and we've got to bounce back now Tuesday.
It's obviously announced just before kick-off. We're just touching on. What can you tell us about Oliver Smith?
Right back, athletic, good pace, good size. I think Bolton think really highly of him. I saw him play for them against Burnley's under-21s several weeks ago, and he did quite well in that game. Managed to get him in on Thursday. We just didn't feel like with how the game was going to be today, we just felt it was a big ask for an 18-year-old lad to just be thrust into this game today. So we felt he'd probably benefit for having an extra couple of days with us, and he'll play on Tuesday in the National League Cup. But we just obviously we're a little bit light at the minute. With obviously Dylan still being out, Cody not quite there yet, in addition to obviously the other long termers that we've got. So I think we're 8-9 bodies down. So we just felt that we needed to bring in another body there. I think Sean's been in there and the results have been good, but we've maybe struggled in that department a little bit in certain games. So we just felt that another body in there just gave us additional options. Obviously we've played Cookie there a few times, but he didn't quite feel himself earlier on in the week, so we weren't sure if he was going to be right. So we just felt it was the right thing to do to bring a body in, and hoping that Ollie will contribute now when he gets himself settled.
Of course, you mentioned it, and there obviously a break in league action next. It's back to the Shane. It's Leeds United on Tuesday. Yeah,
just the next game. We obviously want to try and bounce back. We want to win every game that we play in, and we want to do as well as we can in every competition that we're participating in. So we had a good start in the National League Cup when we beat Middlesbrough, and that's our intention on Tuesday when we play a good Leeds side. I watched them a few weeks ago at Fleetwood. They've got some good players in there, so it's going to be a decent game. We'll probably use it to give minutes to a few of the lads who need them. And it's probably good that we've now got that game on Tuesday, considering that we've obviously had a disappointing result today. So looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks.